Hello, good morning. It's Tuesday the 27th. I'm FX Blue and this is the market brief. So we've had some MPC members on. The suggestion is that we may need a little creativity as traditional policies seem to have left little room to help the recovery. One genius idea that was presented was perhaps the government should raise the retirement age. Politically, very unpopular, I'm sure, but there is a little economic logic in there too. As workers get closer to retirement, typically they save more and spend less, and that should help depress inflation. Also, with the shift to more flexible working, where so many more roles can accommodate working from home, that could suit older workers and keep them in employment for longer. Creative perhaps, but hardly an immediate solution to the current inflationary pressures. The recovery remains the main good news story at the moment, and the economy is growing at the fastest pace that we've seen in nearly 80 years. But by way of a little reality check, the economy is still 4.5% smaller than it was in December 2019. There are still 300,000 fewer people in work, and there are still 1.3 million on furlough. So I think it's fair to say the recovery still has a long way to go. In the market, sterling is being driven by US rate expectations, or the lack of any expectations this time around. We've rallied to a high of 138.35 against the dollar, which recovers nearly all the ground lost after the last Fed meeting triggered that dollar rally. Over in the US, Goldman Sachs has been on. They've slashed their growth forecasts for H2, voicing concerns about how the US is handling the rising Delta variant. They cite how this has considerably dampened demand. Yes, there has been a pickup of the bigger ticket items like white goods and TVs and that kind of thing, but those purchases were no doubt helped by the stimulus checks. Meanwhile, consumer activity has been a little sluggish of late, particularly in the service sector, and Goldman's doesn't see that changing anytime soon. We have the Fed meeting kicking off today. There's no real chance of any change in policy, but hope springs eternal that Powell may firm up the timing of his plans to start tapering in his press conference tomorrow. And any hint that this could be brought forward may see the dollar rally. Ahead of that, though, the dollar index fell back to about 92.55, and it looks like any hopes of a sustained dollar rally have been dashed for the time being. Euro dollar also reflected this sentiment, rallying to around 118.05. Of course, all that could change with a degree of clarity from Powell, but don't hold your breath on that one. Right, that's it from me. Have a great day ahead, and do join me again tomorrow.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FX Blue.